Hello lovelies! Welcome back to my channel. I am Cherie Vogt with Allegra Design Studios. I kind of feel like I should be welcoming myself back because it's been a hot minute since I've made a video, but I'm back. So today is color swatching and we are gonna go through Seint's Lip and Cheek colors. I'm gonna break down the 3 different formulations, which ones have more pigment, which ones have more of a gloss with less of a pigment, which ones are super bright and bold, and which ones are a little more subdued, how you can layer them, all the things. So if you're interested, keep on watching and I'd love for you to join me. As well, always like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you want to be notified when I come out with a new video. And right now that can be kind of random, so make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out when I post a new video. Okay, here we go. Today I am talking Seint's Lip and Cheek colors. Look at this. We have a massive variety of all different colors and 3 different formulations of our lip and cheek colors. Now, just like you, I am still working on building up my palette, but I have 14 of our lip and cheek colors that I want to swatch for you today. I don't have all of our colors, so hopefully I hit on the ones that you're looking for. If not, let me know and I will snag that in my next order so I can demonstrate that one for you. If you have one specific that you are interested in that is not in this haul. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about our formulations. So we have 3 different formulations of our lip and cheek color. One is a matte. So our matte lip and cheek colors tend to be really pigmented, and they don't have any gloss or sheen or shine to them. So when you put them on, it really is just like a pure color. If that's something that you prefer, just to have a really strong pure color, then you're gonna wanna lean towards the matte colors. Now, that being said, if you do prefer something with a gloss, remember that you can always layer up, and that is totally something that I do. I always add a shine or a gloss to my matte colors if I end up using one. Then we have a semi-gloss, which has a little bit the best of both worlds. So the mattes tend to be more pigmented and have a more depth of color and more opacity. The semi-gloss kind of rides a little bit on both sides. So it has that gloss and that moisture. It gives a little bit of that shine, but it definitely has a little bit more of a pigment to it. And then we have the regular gloss. So the gloss has a really high shine, and I actually like to add it to the top of any of the colors that I put on. I just really like to have that gloss as my top layer. So anyways, I'm gonna break down and show you on my arm each of these colors, and then that way you can see what it's gonna look like, how much pigment each color has, and some of the ones that you think look super scary in the picture or like in the tin really are not that scary, and they actually look really great on. So we have a huge variety of lip and cheek colors, and I think that's amazing because everybody looks, and you almost have like, everybody looks good in different tones and different colors. And also, we as women, we have moods, and so sometimes I want to be super out there and bold, and other times I just want to be more subtle. And so we have a shade for every mood you have, I promise. First things first, I want to go through our matte, what I call matte colors. So these are colors that tend to have more pigment to them, like more opacity. Is that the right word? Like opaque, like you can't see through them. And they also don't have any shine, so they're fully matte. when you put them onto your lips or your cheeks, because you do both with these. So I'm going to start with a color called Bear. So as this name suggests, it is a really barely there color. You can see that it is quite opaque. You can't see through it. It has a tiny hint of a pinky, maybe even a little bit of a mauvey, like a purpley undertone. But for the most part, it is just going to be a very barely there color. So that one is Bear. So right next to it, I'm going to put a swatch of the color called Nude. So Nude, oops, I'll do a little bit more just so you can see a nice heavy swatch of it. Nude has a more warmth to it because it has a bit of a pinker, purpley undertone, but it's definitely a little bit more of that kind of nude look, right? It's called Nude. So Bear and Nude, very much like what they sound, barely there, and more of a nude tone. It's really pretty. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with Frenchie. Now Frenchie is a color that you'll have heard me talk about a lot if you've been on my channel or watched any of my videos. I recommend Frenchie to most of my customers right off the bat to use as a blush for sure. It's a little bit harder for everyone to wear it as a lip color, but I have yet to find somebody that doesn't look amazing with the Frenchie color on their cheeks. So this is a good ride or die. The other thing that Frenchie is good for is to color correct under your eyes. So dark under eye circles, this is a great product to use to color correct. And it is a lip and cheek, but you can use it under your eyes to cover up that dark, and it actually doesn't cover up, cancels out the dark tone, and then you can go ahead with your highlight, and seriously, it's an amazing trick. So this one has a good dual purpose. Make sure you get Frenchie. Everyone needs Frenchie. Next one is Ballerina. This one is definitely a very, a really, really great nude color actually. It pulls a little bit cooler in comparison to these two, but it is a beautiful, just literally giving you that nude lip color. Okay, so moving on into a couple of the brighter shades of the satin colors. I have 3 more. So let's go in with the color called Scarlet. As you can imagine, this color does not hold back. It is all in, and let me tell you, it pops. So if you're looking for a pop, that one is stunning. I would say that it has a bit of a staining effect for sure. So you can see on my finger, it stained a little bit. That these matte colors, or satin, all kind of would have a little bit of that effect, especially these darker, brighter ones. That's a thing. Other cool thing about these is that they're super buildable. So that is about 2 layers. Let me add another layer and see if you can see a difference. The more you add, the brighter and deeper it gets. Okay, so next is Pink Grapefruit. Now this one is bright pink. Again, it has like a real opaque kind of feel to it. And it almost has like kind of a cooler undertone. Even though it is pink, that kind of cooler tone to it. Stunning and gorgeous. Now, the last one that I have of our matte colors, again, there's a whole bunch of colors that we have. I don't have them all, but I'm doing what I got. This last one is a new one that I just got, and it is called Sandstone. and I'm actually really loving it. I feel like I'm gonna like it even more in fall, but this is Sandstone. So it has like a real earthy, deep tone to it. It almost reminds me of like the tones in my hair, kind of like a deep, rich caramel color. And it's a fun color to play around with. I feel like it works super well when you wear the eyeshadows like Bubba and Zion. Those are like some of my favorite colors. And this is just seriously amazing with those. So, yeah, so those are some of our matte colors. Let me know which one's your favorite down in the comments. Which one would you wear and which one is too much for you? Okay, so now I'm going to move into what we call our semi-gloss. You get that heavier pigment with the semi-gloss, but you have a little bit of that shine to it. And then the semi-gloss ones that I have are a little bit more of kind of in that nude family. Okay, so I'm going to start with one called Sadie. So Sadie is really one that I always have kind of on hand. It gives me a nice gloss. As you can see, it's fairly translucent. You can build it up a little bit, but it almost has just a tiny hint of pink, but not too much. And it gives you that kind of wet, glossy look. I've really been loving that one in summer. Now we also have Desert Sunset. So Desert Sunset is a super popular color. You can see that it has a bit more of a pink, I'm trying to show you. It has a bit more of a pink tone to it as opposed to the Sadie, but it's really, really pretty. Another little just light hint of that bubblegum pink. And it's a really pretty nude, and it feels great on the lips because it has that little bit of gloss to it. Okay, so the next one I've got here, which is a semi-gloss again, is called Tropicana. Now this one, okay, so you can see that it has a bit more of a peach tone to it in compared to this pink tone, or this one, which almost looks a little bit more like purpley, hey? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful cheek color as well. And it's one that works really well for pretty much anyone. Okay, so the last semi-gloss that I have is my absolute favorite, and I would say for summer, it is the one that I love for summer the most. So here we go. There it is. Again, you can build these colors if you want more depth of color. But it almost is a bit of like a cross between these two here. Yeah, like it has a little bit more of that cooler tone, but with a bit of pink, but it's not so peachy. It has a really, really pretty tone to it. So there are those semi-gloss colors. They're all gorgeous. You can see the shine a little bit, and I love that. I always put that on top of every color I wear. I actually like that shine on my cheeks as well. So if I'm doing any one of these colors on my cheeks, I like to add a little bit of a gloss or a semi-gloss just to give it a little bit of that gloss look. Okay, so moving into our higher gloss colors. Now this one, I'm just even gonna show it to you in the tin. Here, let me see if I can warm it up a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this the whole tin. It's it's kind of a scary looking color, hey? So if you look at it, it's like, it has like a really rich purple tone. Now, check this out when I swatch it, because it's really not as scary as it looks. This one is called Black Cherry. and you can see that it's a lot more translucent than it appears to be in the tin. It's actually a really beautiful color, and I like the tone that it gives when you wear some of these other lighter colors that are more matte, or actually any of these colors. To put this black cherry on top gives it a little bit more depth, because these ones kind of feel like they kind of, you might almost feel like these wash you out a little bit. This will give you a little bit of that depth into it. And again, you can add more to get a little bit more pigment, or less if you don't want it as bright. But you can add that on top, and then you have the gloss, and you have a little bit of that warmth, and it's awesome. But so remember, black cherry, it's not as scary as it looks in the tin or on the swatch. You can definitely see, if I just wipe it down a little bit, it lightens it up quite a lot. So anyways, that's a really beautiful color, and don't be afraid of it. Okay, so next is Lolly, and I absolutely love this lip and cheek color, but I don't know if it's available. I wonder if it is, I kind of have in the back of my head that it is a special edition, but gosh, I hope that they bring it back if it was, because I want you guys to have this one. Lolly is beautiful. It's pretty much translucent. Now, see if I can even show you. Trying to do this. Okay, it's pretty much translucent, but it has a beautiful iridescence to it, and it is pink. It has a really pretty pink tone to it. So let me show you in the tin. See how pink that looks? Don't be afraid of it, because it's just really subdued, but it really gives you a pop. And this is another one that I like to just put on top of any one of my other colors. Let me just wipe my fingers off. Any one of the other colors, just to add a little bit of that warmth, that pink tone to your lips or your cheeks, and to give you that gloss, because these are both very high gloss, as you can tell when why am I holding it so funny? So these are both very high gloss, as you can tell. They look almost wet. Okay, so the last color that I want to show you guys is a color that is so bold and so beautiful. If you are looking for a bold color that's not your traditional red, this is the one for you. This color is called Ruby. So I actually wonder, I put it in the gloss category. I don't even know what they have it on online, but I wonder if it's more of a semi-gloss, but it is high gloss. I don't know. So it definitely has a gloss to it and a shine. Okay, so once again, you can build it. So let me show you. This one is called Ruby. It is like a stunning hot pink that's totally buildable. Look at how much brighter that got. It's got a significant amount of pigment to it, for sure, but you can totally build it. Yeah, look at that color. Oh my gosh, that's super bold. Who would wear Ruby? Yeah? Okay, so that is all of them that I have. So that was 14 of our lip and cheek colors. We have more, we have lots more. I know I'm still just working on getting my palette built up to all of our colors. But I wanted to just show you guys the ones that I do have, and just gives you an idea of what it looks like on the skin and how you can kind of break down which ones you want to maybe purchase for yourself. Hey guys, editing Cherie here. So I wanted to jump in here and just say I didn't do a very good transition here So I swatched all the colors for you on my arm, and then I decided to go into showing you actually on my face what each color looks like. So if you're interested in seeing that, that is what we're going into now. And yeah, and it actually shows you a really good, it gives you a really good idea of what it looks like on. So it's one swatching here and then another swatch right on my lips. So that is what you're gonna see. So if you want to see that, go ahead and keep watching. So now I want to do some try-ons for you. So I wish this was a live, because then I would ask you which color do you want to see on. But I'm gonna try and go, I'm gonna start with the lightest colors and work my way to the darker ones or the more pigmented ones, because then I can, yeah, so I can wipe it off and try on the new ones. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go with Bear. Remember, Bear was this one here. It has a bit of a cool, almost grayish look to it, but go ahead and put that on. And it really, it's like a fully bare, it really looks bare. So if you are looking for a color that makes it look like you don't have color on your lips, Bear is the one. Okay, so that's Bear. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Again, it's like it doesn't have any shine or gloss to it, so it feels very flat and matte, right? Okay, so the next one I'm gonna put, okay, so this is Nude. It has a little bit more of that cool purple undertone. So you can see that it has a little bit more of that purple undertone, giving it a little bit more depth of color, but it still is basically just, you know, a legit nude color. Okay, so pulling that off. Now I'm gonna go in with Frenchie. So you guys are gonna see how much pigment this one actually has and how it really moves more towards a peach color. And it really is also quite that, it really gives that nude color as well. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with Ballerina. Now again, these are very nude colors. And so they give kind of that less is more. It's a very understated lip look, but this one almost feels like it has a little bit more of a gloss. Perhaps Ballerina is a semi-gloss. Maybe I misplaced that one, because it definitely has a bit more of that movement. But this one's also pretty if that's the look you're looking for. So now I'm going to move into Pink Grapefruit. This one is bright pink, okay? Yeah. Make sure I'm hitting my lips. Okay. Definitely not a color I would normally gravitate to, but I kind of don't hate it. I kind of don't hate it. What do you think? Yeah, it's kind of pretty actually. Sometimes you just got to get brave with these colors and just do the thing, right? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna move into the other ones because I think I'm gonna do Scarlet and Sandstone last because they're gonna have the most like staying power, and almost that like, I'm not gonna be able to wipe it off. So I'll do those last. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into these guys. So these are, remember, these are our semi-glosses. First one's Sadie. I love this color. It's just, it gives that shine, has a little bit of that, it has a little bit of pink, just the slightest hint. Okay, so I'm going in with Sadie. I really like this color. Doesn't have a lot of color tone to it, but it has just enough of that pink undertone that looks like you're wearing gloss, but it actually looks more like your lips are just naturally this color. Okay, so it's like a legit nude, which I really love for summer. Alright peeps, okay, so next one is Summer Love. Guys, this one is beautiful. I mean, I feel like I'm saying that about all of them. But for real, this one I like having in my back pocket, not literally, all summer long. It feels so good. All of our glosses feel amazing on. They're not tacky or sticky. They don't feel waxy. They just have really great gloss and movement. This one has quite a bit of that pink, but it's just like a very natural pink tone. So this one is Summer Love, and I really like how it looks. Okay, next one I'm gonna go in with Desert Sunset. Again, remember I said this is like a super popular color, one of our more popular ones, I think. And semi-gloss, so you can see right away it has that shine, a little bit of a brighter pink than the Sadie that I just put on. So I like this one too. This one's a really good one. Super pretty. Okay, so now is Tropicana. So remember, this one is like that peachy undertone. That's we're going into this one here. It's got that gloss, but it has more of a peach tone to it. I really like this one actually, and I like using it as, again, that kind of understated nude color. It's just really pretty. Alright peeps, okay, so next one is Summer Love. Guys, this one is beautiful. I mean, I feel like I'm saying that about all of them. But for real, this one I like having in my back pocket, not literally, all summer long. It feels so good. All of our glosses feel amazing on. They're not tacky or sticky. They don't feel waxy. They just have really great gloss and movement. This one has quite a bit of that pink, but it's just like a very natural pink tone. So this one is Summer Love, and I really like how it looks. Okay guys, we're going into the high gloss. So I'm gonna start with Lolly. I love this one. It's super pink. But you can see how quickly that shine, and almost almost like it has some sparkles in it. This one is gorgeous. I think it does have like an iridescent sparkle in it, like actual sparkles or something. Again, like I said, I layer this, like I'll put this one on top of some of the other ones that don't have as much of that gloss to them. And we can bring in some of these guys and add a little bit of this pink, and it's just a beautiful mix. Yep, there's that one. Okay, girls. So I'm feeling a little, like my lips are feeling a little raw. I think I'm at 10 or 10, yeah, 11 lip glosses, and then wipe, and then lip gloss and wipe. I'm going to have to put some conditioner on them. Okay, so next I'm gonna do this black cherry. Remember this scary black cherry? That's not actually scary. Maybe you'll still think it's scary. I like this color. Completely buildable. You could see right initially when I put it on, it was very light, and then now I've done another layer and it has a little bit more of that tone to it. Super pretty though. You'll go one more layer deep. And again, it just feels amazing because our glosses, again, they're not sticky or waxy. They feel really great on. So, what do you think of this one? Not as scary as it looks in the tin, hey? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with Ruby before I go in with Scarlet, which is that matte pigment color. So Ruby also, it is a gloss slash semi-gloss, I'm not sure which one, but it has a lot of pigment. So super buildable with that gloss, but it has a lot of pigment in it. So as you add more, it's gonna get richer and richer. So let me show ya. So you can also apply this with a brush. But I don't know. I like to do it with my fingers. It gives me a really good handle on how much I'm putting on. And okay, how stunning is this color? It has like the perfect kind of rosé feel. Like it's not too cool red, but it's just like a really fun hot pink color. If you're looking for a pop, I really would suggest Ruby. I think it's stunning and it will work with so many of our eyeshadows. Like here's Ruby. Okay guys, 2 more. Thanks for hanging with me. I think I'm gonna finale on Scarlet, but I'm gonna do Sandstone next. But I gotta get this hot pink off first. That Ruby does leave a little bit of pigment stain, but that's okay. I will use this. It will subdue it a little bit. So I'm going in with Sandstone. Remember I said this is the one that I think I will love come fall. I mean, you can wear it in summer for sure, but I just feel like it has a bit of a fall vibe to it. Kind of that earthy undertone. Again, it's a matte color. This is one of the, what they consider matte, or what I consider matte, what we would call satin. So it doesn't have any sheen or shine or gloss to it. Sheen or shine. It doesn't have any sheen or shine. But here is Sandstone. That's really pretty. It's a really pretty subtle color. Again, a little bit more of that earth tone. Okay, here we go. So we're doing Scarlet now. I feel like this has a bit of that Queen of Hearts vibe to it. Alice in Wonderland, is that what that is? Okay, yep. We're popping. I kind of love it. It's so pretty. Okay, so it's got that really deep, it's almost got a bit of an orange undertone to it. Now, in my head, I want to have more of like a blue red. So let's say I wanted to do more of a blue red, even though this is beautiful, but I'm going to try something and I'll show you what I mean. But anyways, here is Scarlet. Pretty color. Okay, so quickly here at the end, now that I've gone through all of the colors that I have, shown you swatches on my arms, done them on my lips, I wanted to show you a little bit of my thoughts about layering. So this is a super bold color, obviously. Not everyone's vibe, and that's totally fine, but I want to show you how you can kind of bring it down a notch or even change a little bit of the color. So like I was saying before, a lot of reds, I actually almost prefer more of a blue red than an orange red. Does that make sense to you? Like that deeper, rich red. Yeah. So I feel like this one, it's super pretty, but it has more of that orange tone to it than the, than the blue. So what would happen, and again, I'm just kind of playing around here, so maybe this will totally not work, but in my head, I kind of feel like, what's close to blue? Well, purple's kind of close to blue. Let's try Black Cherry on this Scarlet color to see what kind of vibe it gives. So as you can see, it's totally matte. There's no sheen or shine to it, and I prefer to have a bit of a shine or a gloss to it. So I'm going to go in with this guy and add this purple and see if it gives me that crazy, almost more of like a blood red. Yeah, because that's a thing. I think it's working. Now, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it. On the video. Oh, you can see that, can't you? Tell me you can see that. I think that's amazing. Okay, so like I said, I prefer more of a dramatic, like blood red, blood red, that sounds so bad, but like the deeper blue red, as opposed to more of an orange red. Okay guys, doing the lipstick thing. Okay, so what do you think? I think that nailed it. Okay, so that's the cool thing, is you can change kind of the tone and the color and add some gloss just by layering up your lip and cheek colors. Okay, so you can see that difference. This is before I put on the Black Cherry on my lips, and now on my lips I have the Black Cherry as well. It just gives it that little bit more depth. So that's something that I would add to the Scarlet color. I would get both of those and then use that together. So pretty. Okay, so no joke, I really love these two together. This is without it, this is these two mixed together. So that's the thing that I want to really encourage you guys to do, is if you have a color and you're like, I'm not really loving this, try to grab one of your other colors and mix it in, or layer them, or whatever, to try and create your own custom color. And in fact, because these are all cream, you can actually melt them down, and you could grab an empty tin. So let's say, whoa, hello. So I have Frenchie here. I have another Frenchie that is kind of half empty. So what if I would grab Frenchie and Ruby and melt down Ruby a little bit, mix it into the Frenchie, I would have a little bit more of a subdued, kind of peachier tone. Ruby wouldn't be so intense for me, and I'd be able to mix them together. Anyways, so there's so much freedom with these colors and these palettes. Always, always, always just have fun. That's the biggest thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with and add a little bit of cheek color, because right now I don't have any cheek color on. And now I've got these poppin' lips. I'm gonna go in with this so I'm gonna go in with Scarlet. I'm gonna just take my lip and cheek, or I'm gonna take my blush brush and just pop it in. Look at how much picked up. Like, you really don't need a lot. There's so much pigment to these. And I'm gonna pop it on my cheeks. And again to the other side. And then I'm gonna flip it over, and because again, this is a matte color, I'm going to use the fluffier side. I'm gonna go in with the black cherry, and I'm going to snag a little bit of that, put it on over top so that it's the same color that I have on my lips. And then I'm just going to pounce until it blends together. And if you feel like it's too much, just keep blending and it'll blend it away. There you go. Yep, so it's just, oh, what a beautiful, I blended it away too much. Let's keep it bright. Let's not be afraid. Okay, guys, now I'm going a little cray-cray. Okay, so again, with this fluffy end, I can just keep blending until it has a nice look to it. Put it up a little bit in the middle of your forehead, down the neck, and there it is. Okay, so anyways, that was super fun. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments below and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. Again, like I said in the beginning, if you have a color that you want swatched that I did not do today, drop it in the comments and I will snag that one in my next order so that I can review it for you and show you on my arms and my lips what it looks like, so you know what you're getting the next time you order. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out till the end. I really appreciate and love having you guys with me on this journey. Remember, always have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Play with your makeup and just know that you are beautiful inside and out. And I love that you're here with me. Have a wonderful day and we will see you again next time.